Good evening, everybody. I'm making my video kind of late today. I got a live video that I've never been on before, and I thought, well, I'm gonna check these people out. So I watched them, and now I'm done. And now I'm going to, I don't remember the name, but I'll watch them more often, and I'll be able to shout them out once in a while to help their channel. Anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about burns because I sat in my truck from, let's see, what time was it? I'm trying to think. I set my truck from 11:30 until 2:30, and then 11:30 to 2 o'clock, and then my daughter needed a ride for a job interview, and I sat in my truck from 3 o'clock to 4:30. So I'm glad I had my ice water because it was pretty hot. So hot it burnt my leg. And here is the burn. Just my thigh area, so it wasn't really that bad. But it was bad. First degree burn, which is red. Anyway, if I can get this back set up. Ouch. Set up. I guess I got a little bit of burn on my arm too. But let me set this up. If it stops moving on me, we'll be alright. It's going to be a pain in my backside. I don't know what I did to it to make it act like this. Work with me, not against me. If I don't move, maybe it'll work. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about burns. Okay, and there's 3 types of burns. First degree burn, second degree burn, and third degree burn. First degree burn only damages the outer layer of the skin, and it's like a sunburn, like what I got. Is typically the first degree burn. Second degree burn damages both the outer layer and the underlining layer under the dermis, manifested as blisters. In 1986, I was at Huntington Beach in California. Somehow I fell asleep at the beach, and when I woke up, I had blisters everywhere, all over my body, and I got scars on me from some of those blisters. And that's second degree burns when it gets to blisters. And I had to walk to the hospital because my husband wouldn't take me. I was hyperventilating because I could barely. I was just having a heart. I was really damaged. I walked, it was like a mile to the hospital. I finally got there, and then I spent 4 hours in the emergency room, and the doctors didn't even know where to stick the needle to give me pain medication because of all the blisters. I had a blister the size of a 50-cent piece on my hip. Well, like a dummy, I had a bathing suit on that was skimpy. It was a spaghetti strap, and the bottoms was really thin strap on the sides, so a lot of my flesh was showing. So it's my fault. So, back to my talk on burns. Second degree burns is when it damages the outer layers and there's blisters involved. Third degree burns not only damages the skin, but can even damage the underlying tissues. Burns can be caused by sunlight, chemicals, electrical, radiation, and heat. You can also get burnt by hot water. I was doing that at work, and it was a steam burn. Steam burn is just as bad or worse than fire. But I was at work putting food that I had cooked for the buffet and putting it in the steamer to keep it hot, so until they needed it to refill the buffet. It was my job to keep the steamer filled, and their job to take it from the steamer and put it on the buffet for people to eat. And I forgot to take the plastic thingy off, and the hot water just poured down my chest. Anywho, back to my story. Stop squirreling around and get my video done. Aloe vera gel contains a lavaderm, is used extensively in the treatment of burns, and has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and tissue regenerating properties. Helichrysum, lavender, Idaho balsam fir, and frankincense oils support tissue regeneration and reduce scarring and skin discoloration. My skin's already red. Severe burns can result in dehydration and mineral loss. Inflammation often accompanied burns, as directory and oil protocols should be used to lessen inflammation. If a burn is large or severe, like my whole body, large or severe, the individual may go into shock. Inhaling oils may help reduce the shock. After a burn has started to heal and is drying and cracking, use rose ointment or a body lotion with a few drops of lavender oil to help keep skin soft and promote faster healing. Seek medical attention if serious burns are necessary. First-degree burn, like a sunburn, the best prevention for sunburn is to avoid prolonged exposure to the sun. When you go outdoors, always wear sunblock or lotion with SPF greater than 15, especially during the summer and when you expect to be outdoors for a prolonged period of time. Certain natural vegetable oils and essential oils have been found to provide sun protection against the sun. Sesame oil can block and reduce about 30% of the burning rays. Coconut and olive oils can reduce about 20%, and aloe vera inhibits about 20%. Helichrystrium essential oil has been researched for its ability to effectively screen out some of the sun's rays. The deadly dehydration of burns. Burns tend to swell and blisters because of fluid loss from the damaged blood vessels. This is why it is important to keep the burn well hydrated and to drink plenty of water. In cases of serious burns, fluid loss can become too severe that it sends the victim into shock and requires intravenous transfusions and saline solution to bring up blood pressure. That's probably what happened to me when I was in the hospital, because I couldn't breathe. I was like a really messy, really bad. Second degree burns with blisters is like a spray burn immediately with lavender and cooling mist, and continue misting when necessary to cool the area. Spray as often as needed with the first several hours, and follow with 2 to 3 drops of lavender or Idaho balsam fir. Therefore, after lavender, every 15 to 30 minutes during the first day, apply 2 to 4 drops of lavender or tea tree as needed immediately after each lavender misting. I don't have lavender right now, but I do have lavender, which is right here, which I will be applying some of this on my sunburn. I also have frankincense, which I mentioned frankincense is good for burns as well. So I'll be putting a couple drops of frankincense on my burn, which both are good for the skin. On day 2 through 5, hopefully my burn, that's with the blisters. I wish I had that when I was burnt back in 1986. Anyway, let's see. On day 2 through 5, mist every hour and follow with 2 to 4 drops of lavender and tea tree. Continue using lavender 3 to 6 times a day until healed. Apply rose ointment to keep tissue soft. Mineral essence, put 2 drops full in 3 liters of water and drink throughout the day. A mineral essence, to me, does not taste good at all. But when you're hurting and you want to get yourself better, you do whatever you got to do to make yourself better. Now, the third degree burns, it says chapped, cracked, or dry skin. Dry skin results from the loss of. That's okay. Third degree burns, you want to spray lavender cooling mist immediately to hydrate the skin and seek medical attention immediately. But that's third degree burns. So, I'm gonna put my lavender on my burn and rub it in. I'll let you watch. lavender on my burn. I'll put 2 drops, 1, 2. I already feel it cooling. I don't have the misting spray, or I would be putting that on there too, but do that way and get my frankincense. I put a couple drops of that one in here. And then tomorrow when I do my video, I'll show you my leg, and you can see the difference on how it looks now tomorrow. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I didn't enjoy the burn, but I did enjoy showing you the oils that will help a burn. And you only need a couple drops, so it's really nice. Thank goodness it was just my thigh. It's just from sitting there and the sun beaming in through the window. Open window. Anyway, I'll go ahead and let you go. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ta.